So working with the EBA, we've developed a series of coaching processes which mostly go into mid-tier size businesses and the larger end of town, more the corporate space. We've wanted and tried desperately to find a way to take that material to the startups, to the SMEs, to the smaller businesses, but it's been quite difficult to get our material across. We watched what Bev was doing, and Bev said, look, I've got this amazing opportunity to work with James Caan and bring mentors, people who'll give it their time and come and work with startups and smaller businesses. We were all frustrated about the number of businesses that will go bust over the next year, all maybe not avoidable, but a large quantity of those we think are avoidable. So what we've been doing is redesigning our intellectual property, the material that our coaches around the world use for their mid-tier and corporate clients, specifically for the EBA client base in the UK. So it's exclusively for the EBA, it's not for anybody else. And we're just in the process of finalising the intellectual property and all of the courses and the workbooks now. So it's looking absolutely fantastic. The difficulty with the whole coaching concept is, I used to explain this by saying, if you understand the game of golf and you're stood there playing golf and somebody walks up and taps you on the elbow and says, you know, that last shot you just put in the trees, that was terrible, let me show you how to fix that for you, give me £1,000. You know, they're likely to whack you with the golf club. But if they're stood next to their mate who's dead straight down the middle for the 10th time in a row, and they turn to him and say, what's going on? Your golf is absolutely sensational. What happened? And they point to a coach and say, see that guy over there? Go and pay him £1,000. Do whatever he tells you, pay whatever he asks you, and you come over and ask for help, then it's very, very easy to help. So the biggest challenge they have is actually getting clients to understand how much value there is in the process that they bring without selling it. You can't tell somebody they need it, you can't sell it. You have to do a great job and hope that people who've experienced it and been part of it tell other people. Now, the problem with that is it takes time. And in these tough economic times at the moment, our biggest challenge is getting quality coaches in touch with quality clients who trust and believe in the coaching and mentoring process and are open to the challenge. So business coaching is something that does take a bit of time to explain. It's not a pure model as such. So if you had mentoring, when you work with the mentors at the EBA, what you're looking for is somebody who's done what you want to do, who can give you their experience. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're not going to coach you, although some of them are great coaches as well. They're not going to train you, but they will show you how to do it. So if you're looking for a mentor, mentor's done it. If you're looking for a trainer, that's somebody to train you how to do what you do. A coach in the pure sense is somebody who's going to work with you, ask great questions, challenge you to draw out what you know how to do. Now, that model works great in a lot of spaces, but not in the business space quickly enough. So what we're designing is a hybrid model which has a bit of mentoring, it has a bit of consulting, so let's come and find out what's going on in your business. It has some training, so we have some skill transfer. We want to transfer these skills over to businesses, and we have the business growth phase to do that. And then coaching is the methodology which has us coming back into the business to make sure that the business owner and the management teams take that information and do something with it. You heard me talk about the shelf development. My biggest frustration is people take brilliant, brilliant knowledge, put it on their shelf. They have the most developed shelf you could ever see, and they never apply any of that information. So the coaching part of what we do is the absolutely getting people to implement this stuff in their business and then get the value from it.